As a general rule, I don't go out of my way to review games for this channel in genres that I don't really like or have that much experience in playing. There are a few exceptions to this rule, and that is if I get the opportunity to play a game that piques my interest for a certain special reason. I'm not into horror games, but Chronos: The New Dawn last year was a game that I decided to, kind of journey outside my comfort zone to try and review. One, because I saw the trailer and I absolutely loved it, and the other is because I had the chance to play it and I ended up liking it. And in doing so, I got a bit of a new appreciation for survival horror games I didn't have before. So the game I'm going to be talking about today is Akatori. It is a metroidvania. I'm not a fan of metroidvanias. I like platformers, I like 2D side-scrollers and action games, but metroidvanias are not really for me. But when I came across this game, there was something that really stood out to me that made me want to try it. And I was given the opportunity to play the demo early for this game, so I thought, why not? And that reason is the art style. From the trailers and the screenshots, the art style really stood out to me, and I just really wanted to play it to see if the game did look that good. And the answer to that question is yes. Yes, it does. The entire game looks absolutely gorgeous. Everything from the backgrounds to the environmental design to the sprite work of the characters and the animations, it all looks superb. But I'm feeling a bit mixed on the rest of the demo. So the demo for Akatori consists of a few levels spliced together from different parts of the game to try and give a good range of what is to be expected from the main game. This consists of a beginner tutorial level, then part of a level from somewhere in the game, then a chase sequence from a serpent boss, and then a boss fight from some unrelated other boss. The demo feels very disjointed, and it's hard to get a gauge on what the story of the game is, what's meant to be happening, why should I care, and Akatori is well aware of this and kind of breaks the fourth wall by explaining, hey, this is all a story for another time. The only takeaway from the story that I got is that the main character's name is Mako, which is not much to go off of. So let's focus on what the demo does have to show us. The tutorial part of the demo is okay, it's pretty stock standard as far as tutorials go. Akatori controls like a pretty typical 2D platformer. The jumping physics are much floatier than I expected. You can really clear a lot of distance with Mako's double jumps, dashes, and wall jumps, which leaves the level design to have a lot of extra space around the place. But it is pretty fun to control. The combat in this game is okay. Mako has a pretty basic move set, a basic attack combo, an uppercut move, a dash, and a down slam special ability. Throughout the demo, you unlock a few more moves, like a ranged attack with your staff, and also a backward dodge. The later ones feel a little bit underwhelming. I found the staff attack didn't actually work on all of the enemies, and the hitbox felt pretty unforgiving. The backwards dodge requires you to stand still to use, which feels very antithetical to how you're meant to play the game. The enemies in this game are a bit of a mixed bag. I found a few of them to be a bit unfair to try and tackle. The mole enemies in particular felt very unfair, and it could be a me thing, but the time to react to their attacks felt extremely short, and the window of opportunity to attack felt even shorter. A hard enemy or two is fine, but the enemy respawn rate in this game is ridiculous. If you kill an enemy and go off screen for like even a second, they will be respawned when you come back. I don't know if this is an intended mechanic. If it is tuned up to an infuriating degree. The second level of the demo is the best look at what I think the majority of Akatori is going to be like. The platforming is good, the level design is okay, the enemies are fine. It being a metroidvania, it's hard to feel how sprawling the map is going to be because the map is disabled. It is all very linear. The third level of the game is one big chase sequence where you have to run away from a giant serpent, and this was by far my least favourite part of the demo. The set piece itself isn't really the problem. It has a good showcase of the platforming potential of the game, but this serpent itself kills you in one hit, and the hitbox is really fucking huge. I think I died like 4 or 5 times doing this part, and 3 of them were on this one specific corner because I got lunged at from such a large distance. I kind of thought that the correct way to go would be to go through the right to this grate because it's open and for some reason you can get through it and the serpent doesn't chase you that way. And I tried doing that twice because why else would it be here? But no, you get insta-killed by something. The correct way to go was actually straight up. The serpent just didn't catch me that time. I don't know why. But this whole chase sequence bothered me. And it's something I probably could overlook a bit more if maybe there was a checkpoint midway through the chase or something, because redoing this sequence that I had done, perfectly 4 times before without fail. And this last corner here is the end of the chase sequence, which is like 2 minutes long or something. So I redid this quite a few times, and it was pretty infuriating. So this little part of the game kind of did sour my experience on the demo a bit, because it feels weird that that grate is open on the right. Because after you finish the chase, you can actually backtrack through the level and revisit that area. I don't know if it was for anything in the demo, but it could be for some reason in the main game. Yeah, I would suggest if there is the time and budget to do so, having this part of the level closed and having the serpent maybe knock it open during the chase sequence, so that way you still have the clear idea that you're meant to revisit this area. I don't know. It just felt weird that it was open and that going that way would insta-kill you. The last part of the demo is a boss fight against this giant bear-like creature, and I actually really enjoyed this part. I thought it was good. Figuring out the way to beat it was very satisfying. I don't have much to say about it. I think it was a solidly designed boss that I'm glad was here, because I was feeling pretty meh on this game after the serpent chase, and it's kind of brought it back somewhat. The demo for this game only lasted about 30 to 35 minutes, where I spent a third of that time just in the serpent chase. The demo consists of a bunch of vertical slices of the game spliced together, and none of them give that much of a clear indicator of what to really expect from the game, apart from the basic combat and platforming. You know, I did replay this demo to go back and try and explore through the levels a bit, but it's all very barricaded off and there wasn't much more to see that I could find from my initial playthrough. So it's hard to get a clear idea of the scope of the game and how big and mazy the maps are meant to be. So let's just boil this down to what we do know. The art style, amazing, no notes. If there is a part of the demo that speaks the loudest to the quality of the full game, it's this. The platforming is good, the combat is okay, there are some elements that feel a bit bullshit, but once I figured out that downward special was the best way to do damage and started playing around specifically using that move, I was enjoying combat a bit more. The enemy respawning needs to be fixed, the serpent chase was pretty awful, and the end boss fight was decent. The point of a demo is to get someone who doesn't know a thing about your game to a point of wanting to buy your game after playing it. So did the demo for Akatori do that job? Kind of, not really. The thing is, I don't mind the game for the most part, but I don't think the demo gave me enough of a chance to see the game for what it really was. That being said, the demo is short, and it should be live by the time this video goes up. And if you like the look of the game, then it's probably worth giving a shot because it is so short. But the only thing that you're definitely gonna take out of this demo is getting a feel for the general combat and platforming, and getting a look at the art style, which is pretty gorgeous. As of making this video, there is still a lot of unknowns, like how far away is this game from releasing? Is there time to fix some things? What's the target price going to be? They're things I would like to know before I'd make a decision on if I'd buy a game from a demo, so that's still up in the air. And if I find out about any of these things or some extras that might be relevant, I will leave a pinned comment below. But for now, it's an okay demo, but it isn't a good showcase of what I feel like the full game's going to be. Especially seeing it's a metroidvania, the demo was way too limited and too linear. And that's all I have to say on Akatori, so thanks for watching, leave a like if you liked the video and subscribe if you're new. Thanks to my YouTube members for the continued support, and I will see you all soon.